Hello everybody, it's Rob the Reseller Guy coming to you this evening with a video on how to find products to dropship on Facebook Marketplace using Amazon as a supplier. A lot of people have started getting involved in this, and I've noticed there's some videos out there, some of which, they're great. Some of them I think are pretty, they can use some information they seem to be lacking, or if you want to find out information, you actually got to pay to join their groups or whatever, so I don't believe in doing all that. So tonight's video I'm going to show you what I do to find products to drop ship on Amazon or Facebook Marketplace using Amazon. One thing I'm going to tell you, this is only going to work if you're opening this up in Google Chrome. You need to have what's called AMZ seller. Let me make sure what browser. AMZ seller browser. You can get that on the Google stores. The extension for your Chrome. You need to get that downloaded first. What that's going to do is on Amazon, it's going to basically show you the sales rank of items that are hot. Okay, so some items, like everybody was saying in the past, you don't want to do anything that's over $1 million. Quite frankly, I haven't been listing anything on Amazon, on Facebook Marketplace, that's higher than 5,000. So now I have started very slowly. Before we get into what we do for the product research, I need to give you a few things that you need to know up front. One is you do not want to cram a bunch of listings on Facebook. You want to take it slow. You want to take it steady. It's not like eBay. It's not like Amazon, where the more you list, the better you are, the better your sales. That's not how it works. If you flood your Facebook Marketplace, you're going to get put in Facebook Marketplace jail. They're going to freeze your account. My suggestion is you start slow, 1 to 2 items per day, maybe give it a day or so, see how things go, list a couple more, and then gradually bring things up to speed. Maybe have a few more. Honestly, I think I have right now probably 10, maybe 20. I think kind of around between 10 and 20 items right now. Some of those are stuff that I have here in my house that I'm trying to get rid of. The other good portion of it is products that I picked from Amazon to list. A few other things you need to know. One, it does take 5 business days after they show your product has been delivered. Now here's the problem with when you use when you use Amazon as your supplier and you ship it out 2-day Prime, because I'm a Prime member, 99% of the time you guys know that Amazon does not use the normal shipping method. They use their own vehicles. So you don't have a tracking number. So that's the one issue and drawback that I've found with using Amazon as a supplier. But you're supposed to list the tracking number within 3 days. What I do is I basically put the Amazon tracking number on there, put it as USPS, and put their number there and mark it as shipped. Now, I had one today, just so you know. I shipped something out, and they show when they deliver it, Amazon takes a picture of it. Well, great. The people who are going to get your packages are going to be in Amazon packaging, just so you know that. But like I've found in the past that I've done this, they don't really care. They just want their item. Now you may run into somebody that's going to say, well, I could buy this on Amazon for X amount of dollars. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't. So, and I haven't found that happen yet, so knock on wood, however you want to call it. But if it happens, it happens. You can either, be a dick about it and say, hey, sorry about it, that's the way it is, or you can try and You know, if you want to feel bad about it, honestly, I wouldn't refund them the money, but it is what it is. But I can suggest that you do, if you do get somebody that says, hey, my package came from Amazon, what the heck? Well, the good answer would be, sorry, the item I had in my house was damaged. I had to find something comparable, find your same item, and Amazon was it, and I shipped it to you, so sorry. You know, basically just tell them, hey, you know, it's a little lie, but you know, it is what it is. You know, same thing goes if you have an eBay store and you can't you drop ship it and it runs out and you're scrambling, you find it on Amazon. Okay, you're going to ship it to them. Granted, you know, you may lose money, but you want to make sure you keep the sale. So that's another thing I gotta let you know too, is if once you get started at selling on Facebook Marketplace, you don't want to cancel your orders. So now, as Amazon, as we all know, is a very volatile, I won't say volatile, but very changing platform. The prices are constantly changing, and the one drawback you're going to have, well, actually two, other than the tracking number, is the prices change. They change all the time. So you have to be able to constantly monitor your listings on Facebook and your product on Amazon. I am doing it probably every 2 to 3 hours every day, and it's nonstop, because if you run out of something on Facebook and somebody buys it and you don't catch it in time, you're now going to have to scramble and try and find it from someplace else, which means it's probably going to be more expensive. Excuse me. So the issue will be, you have to constantly monitor the prices. That's one thing with Facebook Marketplace. There's no integration of price monitoring like AutoDS, Helium. None of those things work on Facebook Marketplace. These videos where people tell you they're trying to find ways to automate it, they're full of shit. That isn't going to happen. Facebook is so sphinctered up on their platform, they're not going to let another outside platform have access to their stuff like eBay does, or like you try to send something on it when you're up. If you're drop shipping on Amazon, it's not as bad, but basically with like AutoDS, which I have on my eBay store, it's monitoring the prices. But I really don't use Amazon to supply my eBay store. That's the totally different ball game, different beast. We're only talking about Facebook Marketplace. So you have to monitor your pricing, or you're going to get bit, or you're going to lose money. On average, my markup on everything is about 35 to 45%. Because I don't pay for shipping, I don't charge shipping to the customers, which is no big deal. So another thing you want to think of, I'm trying to look at my my list here of things that we need to talk about. I'm trying to think of things I have a whole list and stuff, but I want to make sure that I'm covering it. There's a recent study that I just looked at earlier today before I was preparing for this video, that the average person on Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook at all, is women. Duh, didn't know that, right? So it's 54.7% are women. So you need to keep that in mind when you're going to be selling something. You want to be driven towards the female, the ladies. That's a good way to get sure your product is going to be sold. 45.3% is men. So right now I'm doing a test on some automotive products, because that's what I know. That's what I've always done. And to be honest with you, they're not doing that great. There's probably, I listed them up yesterday, and I probably combined, most of them have 2 or 3 reviews. People are looking at them 2 or 3 times, which is okay. But when I had stuff on for the ladies, my reviews and views were 253, 675, 400 and something. obviously you see where I'm going. You want to list products that are generated or geared towards the ladies. If you're a lady watching this video, you probably already know what you need to do. I do not recommend that you drop ship clothes, shoes, things like that. There's just the Facebook ads are, flooded with it, and it's just not a good thing. I wouldn't do it right now, because then here's another issue. There is no buyer's remorse on Facebook. You bought it, you bought it. If customer doesn't like it, say it's damaged, it's broken or whatever, they may contact Facebook customer service and you'll have to refund the money, which you should do anyways. Then you get it back and you return it to to Amazon, get your money back. That's how you need to do it. So you gotta understand, I haven't had one yet either, knock on wood, but it can happen. So you just need to handle it. It's just like anything else. Customer service is a key. When I buy something on Amazon, I go back into Facebook and message the customer and say, hey, look, thank you for your purchase. I show an estimated delivery date of blah, 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 whatever it is. 9 out of 10 times that stuff gets there. This new headset really sucks. 9 out of 10 times it gets there before, the expected due date or the expected delivery date. So it's good, but then, you got to deal with it. So without going into much more babble, I think I covered the 5 days of 5 business days to get paid after it shows it's delivered. So yeah, that's just common. That's nothing too with Facebook. You're not going to get paid quickly. It does take time. If you think that you're going to just cha-ching it and you're going to get paid, one bulk, lump sum like on eBay managed payments, you're not. You're going to get it sporadic. You're going to get whatever. Like for mine, I'm getting $20, $25, $30, $10 random. My profit, is what comes up. Now it's nothing too. Facebook now is charging the 5%, which is like we talked about in the beginning. No big deal. Super cheap. Really not a big deal. Super cheap. Can't believe that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag my camera over here and try and show you my screen of where I'm on Amazon and AMZ. The seller browser is already run. It's done its business. One thing I gotta let you know about this thing, it is slow and it does sometimes lock up your systems, so just be aware of that. But for this purposes, we're only going to use just like one right out of here right now. So here we go. Let me grab this camera here, bring you over here. Sorry about the shaking around there. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that just fine. I know you're kind of looking up at it, sort of like when you're in the movie theaters. Oh, see, I'm not going to worry about it, but Amazon is froze. That's another thing too with this AMZ seller. It freezes your Amazon because it's chewing on so much back-end data that it freezes it up. But all we're going to focus on, I'm going to show you right here. If you look at it, this is number 157, 223. This is 1630. This is the sales rank, remember? 841. See it right here, it's loading. This is what's killing me. This is what's slowing things down. But for training purposes, I'm going to use this one right here, the bestseller. I'm going to list it, but then I'm going to delete it because I don't want you guys to start loading up the same thing I am. So, but the problem is I don't think it's going to work. It's not going to let me open it up. That's what I thought. Because this thing froze, let's see if I can get it to come back. All I want to do right now is bring this thing up, and it's not going to let me do it. All right. Okay, this is just not really working great. Let me exit out and come back into it. Shoot. This Facebook Marketplace, my account. Oop, don't want to see those. Okay. You guys would have saw everything what I was listing. Okay. All right. So let's just do this again. Coffee. I use the right keyboard again. Coffee. Let's just do coffee grinder. See, now what you're going to see is it loading right there. There we go. So now you can see this is 4,886, and it tells you the BSR history, price history. You can see all that right there. There we go. Sorry about that. Before we get going, I'm going to click this thing right now so I can open it up. Okay, so we're going to list this Cuisinart grind and brew automatic coffee maker 12 cup. So what you're going to want to do is obviously you're going to click on this part here, right click, save the image. We're going to save it to my pictures. Okay, and we're going to do, this is number 5, save it, go to the next picture, right click, pictures, 6, save it. You want to load, is not a whole crap load of pictures, but you want to load enough pictures. I think on Facebook you can get 10. I've personally never done that many, and just because it's, I think it's kind of overkill. Okay, so 8. Okay. Now another thing that I do is once I'm done loading it, I'm going to go add to cart so I can understand what the exact price is that it's going to cost me. No, I don't want that. Okay, so go to cart. Of course, no, don't look, so I'm going to put my password. Hang on a second. Now with Amazon, it's going to ask me for this. It's going to, yep. So all of a sudden Amazon's got this like 14-step code verification to make sure you're not, who you are. 239444. Okay. So this thing's going to cost me, without getting into details, $107.62. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is write that down. $107.62. And then I'm going to, let's see here, go back to the cart because obviously I don't want to complete it, and bring it back up. The reason why I want to bring it back up is because I'm going to use this information here and this information here for my header in the listing. Okay, so now we're going to go into Facebook and we're going to go to item for sale, right? Add the photos, and here they are. So we'll put the first one in, second one, let's do this one. And let's do that one, and then the last one is the decanter. Okay. Alright, so now we've got those in there. That's the listing. That's the first page you're going to see. Okay. Let me go now back over to Facebook or to Amazon, and we're going to grab this Cuisinart Coffee Maker 12 Cup Black. We're going to grab that black. Come on. Okay. Got it. And then back over to here. Now what I also do when I put this in there is I take out, I'm going to take out, let me see here. I'm going to take out the model number. And the reason why I do that is I don't want everybody going through Amazon to try and find it themselves. Okay, so that's what we got. Look right now, you can see there, Cuisinart Grind and Brew Automatic Coffee Maker 12 Cup Black, perfect. We're only going to do one. I don't know if you can see that here. Let me get back over this side. Oh, sorry, this camera. It's a new camera, so I'm not using my GoPro because, quite frankly, I got tired of that damn thing. So now here's where it gets fun. So at $107.62, if I do that times the normal 35%, it's going to be $145.28. Now, Facebook Marketplace does not let you put in cents, so it's going to be whole numbers. So here we're going to put in 145. Okay. If you try putting in cents, it's going to like 14,000, and then nobody's going to look at a damn coffee pot maker for 14,000. Now, granted, this is a test. Okay, so that is extremely high for a coffee maker, in my opinion. But for the test purposes, you can figure out, my items that I'm listing at 35% markup are on the average of anywhere from $20 to $50. I'm not really going and throwing out the big numbers yet, or the big bucks, simply because here's another problem you could have. Unless you've got a credit card, I don't believe in credit cards. Everything I do is cash to hand, or I use my bank account. That's the way I do it. I don't have credit cards, and I never will, don't want them. I mean, granted, people say you should get them. That's your call, up to you, not my decision. But for training purposes, it's 145. So now we're going to drop down into the category, and it's going to be we're looking for home and kitchen. Okay. And we're going to look for kitchen and dining, which was what I would use. And then outdoor cooking. We might have to go back on that. I don't know. That may not work. Let's see. Home decor, kitchen. Kitchen and dining. Let's try major appliances. No, that may not be it either. See, right now we're trying to get into the category of what to use. Let's see. Let's try maybe, it's got to be kitchen and dining. Bakeware, no. Barware, no. Drinkware? No, that's more like actual glasses. Kitchen tools and utensils. Let's try that one. Usually you can find exactly what you're trying to list, and we may have to put it in some kind of random thing simply because there isn't one there. Small kitchen appliances. Oh, there we go. Coffee maker and espressos. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay, coffee makers and espresso machines. So we're going to click that. Condition obviously is new. I don't put a brand because it already shows it up there in the description. So now what I'm going to go back over here is I'm going to grab not all of this, but I'm going to grab a good portion of it. Maybe come down. Yeah, let's just grab it all for this purposes. Sometimes you can have a really long description and that could hurt you. See, like it is there. And you look over here. You know, it's your call. You guys can do however you want to do it. So once you've done that, the description's good. You make sure there's nothing in here that says anything about Amazon. Okay. Then you're going to click next. Now, some of the questions that have come up that I've saw in these videos is people saying, do you change your locations? Do you change your location? Well, the problem with that is the minute you change your location, it changes all your crap and everything. So I'm located in Northern California in Vacaville, California. That's where I'm at. That's where I've always been. I'm not going to change that. I'm going to leave it as it is. But what you want to do is make sure you change this to shipping only, because you do not want, you know, the normal hookup at the random, you know, local McDonald's or whatever. You do not want to use prepaid shipping label. You want to use your own shipping label. In the shipping rate, you put 0, okay? And then you click on this, turn on free shipping. For that's, to me, it doesn't make any sense, because you now not charging 0, but it shows up on, you know, the Facebook right there. See, ships for free. But here's the thing. So see right here, $137.25. That's what your potential profit is. That's what your profit's going to be once the item sells. Now let's remember, we saw it with $137.75 minus what's going to cost you to buy it, 107.62. So you're going to make roughly $30.13 on this item when it sells. Now if you follow that AMZ seller and you pick hot items, or you pick items with low, you know, the seller's rank, they're low, but they're not, you know, like 1 or 2, unless you're going for a specific item. I haven't seen anything that low, but you don't want to get, again, anywhere over 5,000. This one was probably, I think, I can't remember how high it was. What was it at? Oh, I won't go back in there because it's going to freeze everything up again. So just remember, the lower the seller's rank, obviously, you know, the better it is. So the better you have a chance of selling this. So now, once we've gotten to this point, click next. You can, you know, allow offers. I don't, because I don't want to sit there and go back to 800 times on the chats. Will you take $20? Will you take $40? Will you take this? No, I don't do it. So then the next step, you're going to click next. And then you want to list it in the marketplace. Do not list it in your groups. Do not do that. It's just, no, don't do that. And then publish. So next thing is going to come back up, and my coffee pot is now listed. So let me switch this back over here. Hang on, get back over here. Sorry about that, guys. This new webcam that I've got is for my work too, and it's an absolute pain in the ass. So that's great. Look at my chin. Okay, so the item's listed. So now what you're going to do is you want to create a spreadsheet like everybody says. You basically put the item number or item what it is. First, before you do anything, I'm going to back up. Once you've listed it on Facebook Marketplace, you want to go back into your Amazon account and put that into your ad list. That is what I use to go right to what I have for sale, and I can check randomly if it's still available. Let me just go in here and clear this off so I don't end up buying a damn coffee maker that I don't need. And I'm going to delete that. Okay, so now I'm done with that, and I'm also going to go back into Facebook real quick here. And so here's another thing too, when you get into Facebook and you listed it, I don't know if you've noticed, it says this listing is being reviewed. That's the Facebook police basically monitoring, looking at your listing. If it's, you know, offensive, it's rude, or it's whatever. I don't know the listing. I don't know on Amazon what you can list and what you can't list yet, because it's still relatively new. But you know, you look at this, you know, that took me all of what was it, probably, other than filling with my damn camera and stuff like that, 10 minutes maybe. I don't know very many jobs that you can make $30 in 10 minutes. I mean, if you have a job like that, you're probably not drop shipping at all. So but basically that's how you do it. So to go ahead and do this, you can, you know, you go into your Google, you get the AMZ, that Chrome extension, you have it downloaded, you pin it to it, you let it have access to your stuff. You go into Amazon and then you watch it do its stuff. It's going to bring up the sales rank like I was showing you guys. Be prepared though if it shuts you down, because the damn thing always seems to freeze up on me. There's good days and there's bad days. You just got to deal with it. But it's been the most effective tool that I've seen so far to give me that data. Now, the items that I've used it on, the ones I'm not sharing, because obviously I don't want to get everything flooded on what I have, it's been perfect. The items I have on Facebook Marketplace are selling. Now, what I do on my end of it is I put 3 items. I have 3 in stock. You can put more, but there you go again. The hang on. The more you do that, the Facebook Marketplace are going to watch you. There's very few, I haven't seen anything right now, guidelines yet for it, but I'm sure they're coming, and we'll probably have to adhere to it, but who knows what those are, we don't know. But again, recapping on listing items on Facebook, you want to keep it slow. Don't cram a whole bunch of stuff in there. You know, if you're going to sell, a Rolex on there for $5,000, go ahead. Just make sure you have the money to buy it, because you're going to take 2 or 3 days to ship it if you're buying it through Amazon. 2 or 3 days to ship it, get it there, and another 5 days after that to get paid. And it's business days. Weekends don't count. So you got to have the money to front your orders. If you think it's going to be bam, I get paid, no, it's not. But it is very lucrative. It is very volatile. It's a good thing to get involved in right now. There's money to be made. Right now there's an influx. Like I said, everybody's doing it. But the only thing too with Facebook, you can't. You can see the ads, but you'll never see your ad. I haven't been able to see my listings yet, not ads. I haven't seen my listings yet, so I don't know. One thing I don't recommend is you do not boost your listings. That's just more money you got to pay out up front. If you've looked into it, you do it. That's fine. That's on you. But that's just more money you're going to lose, and that money is up front. They take that money out within a couple days, depending on how long your listing, your boost listing is running, 2 or 3 days, 5 days. Into those days, they take the money out of your account. So that's another thing too, is when you start shipping on this, you got to put your bank account in there, because they do not use PayPal. Facebook uses their own processing system, so you have to have your bank account for them to wire the money to you. They do not send you checks. They do not give you gift cards. They don't give you Amazon cards. They don't do that. They put it into your bank account. So you got to understand you're going to take some time to get paid, but the profit margins are there to compensate for it. So, excuse me. I hope this information was helpful for you guys. I do apologize if the camera wasn't that great. That's the new thing I'm trying to experience along with my headset. Both make me look like I'm a air traffic controller, so I don't know how that works. But as I wrap it up with this video, I can only give you guys some good advice that's worked for me. Again, I've said it several times. I'm trying to get that drilled into your guys' head. Do not flood your Facebook marketplace with a bunch of listings. Do not. People will tell you, if you see other videos out there about, yeah, I listed 100 items on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. You don't know how long they've been selling it on Facebook Marketplace. It's been out for a while. But, you're seeing people saying, oh, I'm making $20,000, $30,000 a month on Facebook Marketplace. It is possible. It is. But you have to understand they may have virtual assistants working for them, because guaranteed, if you have that many listings, you are on your Amazon every freaking 5 minutes checking your shit, checking your prices, because they switch and fluctuate so much. Shit goes out of stock quickly, as you guys know. So just be prepared to step it up slowly, and I can't stress that enough. Step it up slowly. Get your stuff going, get your things going, make some money, but take it slow. And after 10, 15 sales, maybe start ramping it up. Maybe 10. Say you got 20 listings, maybe you got 10 listings, add 10 more, 20. Just do it in that increments, or 1 or 2. Or if you're doing make the fast bucks on the huge profits stuff, that's fine. But here's another thing I gotta let you know too. Don't think you can go and list something on Facebook Marketplace from a non-US supplier. You'll get drilled, because you have 3 days to ship it. Now, Walmart is okay to do it. They can take a little longer than 3 days to get stuff out. And if you take longer than 3 days, Facebook is going to come and say, where the heck is the product? So you gotta factor your items within that time frame. That's why I think Amazon is the best one for it. It's the best one to make good money. Products readily available. They're always available, unless it's some hot seller and it's gone like that, and you just have to adjust. Now, you can quickly, if you got a product on your Facebook Market and it's going, you go to Amazon, it's gone, you need to put it as marked as sold and get it out of there, and get it out. And you can check your Amazon, and when it comes back in stock, you can relist it again and just mark as, I think it's called reactivate or something like that. Let me just check. Mark as available. So you mark it as available. You don't have to relist it. It's already there. You click mark as available. You may want to adjust your price a little bit, and it's bang, it's back up on Facebook Marketplace. So with all that being said, guys, I do appreciate you watching my videos. I know I haven't made some in a long time. Quite frankly, I just I got burnt out. I mean, I wasn't making that many, but with working 8 or 9 hour, 10 hour day at work, coming home, trying to make videos, do the eBay, do the Amazon, have the wife, the kids, and all that stuff, it just was too much for me to handle, and I got burnt out. I'm gonna try and step back into it now. Maybe I can help you guys along with your drop shipping, adventures, as we want to call it. That's where I'm leaning right now. That's where I'm going on eBay. That's 100%. And now Amazon is my next one. I do not drop ship onto Amazon. I just don't want to get involved in that game. Amazon police, they'll shut you down real quick. One little mistake, or you don't have the product, or something happens, they'll shut you down. And that's the thing I got to reiterate too. If you cancel too many orders on Amazon or on Facebook Marketplace, they will shut you down. They will put you in Facebook jail for too many cancellations. Just the same thing as eBay and Amazon will. Just be aware of that. So, other than that, guys, I appreciate you, and like and subscribe to the videos. And I'm probably going to try to make some more videos coming up on how I'm drop shipping and where I'm finding my products from and all that good stuff. So, all right, like and subscribe. Rob the Reseller Guy. Have a good evening, guys.